This video is for parents of teenagers specifically, or anybody who's doing inner child work. Hi, my name is Sandy. So I had this epiphany today when I was staring at my Christmas tree. So mostly, I'm not sure when I bought made ornaments for my kids of themselves every year since they were babies. My goal was to do it till they were 18. I think eventually, once I finish my college stuff, I will eventually catch up and make up for the ones I missed. But the ones I do have of my son and my daughter are enough to fill the tree mostly. So I was sitting there looking at the Christmas tree with all their sweet faces on it, and I so struggle with my daughter, and mainly with the messes she makes. I get she's 14. I get this. So in my head, we recently had we had a incident yesterday where she promised to clean the dishwasher out. I thought she did and she didn't. And so I turned off the internet to get her attention so she would do it. And I told her I would turn it right back on as soon as she did the dishwasher. Well, there was something else going on with her that we got derailed. So I've been listening to Dr. Becky. I think that's what it is. I'll put a link below. And I just love her stuff. It's harder for my brain to wrap it. My brain was not brought up that way, so it's a little bit harder for my brain to adjust. But I'm willing to try it, work with it, think about it differently. I'm willing to do that. So as I was staring at the Christmas tree, I think I've had either different therapy appointments or other people saying, well, besides the fact that they always tell me that they're just kids, which drives me nuts. I get it, but not helpful. And validation. I think that was what Dr. Becky was talking about, was validation. I think she was talking about I'm trying to think of an example with my daughter. It's not super, maybe with the dishwasher thing. I think it had to do with my daughter was stuck on the fact she needed to do schoolwork because she does online school. She had something at 1 o'clock, but it was 11:30. So the thing it had to do with the inner child. That's why I brought up the inner child thing. My inner child wants to be heard, and it gets triggered less. I've been doing better, but it gets triggered when I'm not feeling heard. So the fact that I've asked, she promised me from something else that I compromised on to do the dishwasher when she got home, and she didn't. Whatever. And in my old school brain, there has to be a consequence to your actions. Dr. Becky is talking about something a little bit different than that. It got me thinking, and I was looking at the Christmas tree because I was reflecting on the fact that I wasn't looking consciously, I wasn't looking for validation from my daughter. Because when Dr. Becky was explaining it in her video, what she was saying was right. She was like, whatever example she was using, it was like XYZ, whatever. We're not expecting our kids to do that, to like talk to us like adults. We're not expecting, I think that was what her definition of validating was, which is why consciously I don't feel like I'm trying to have them validate me. But here's what dawned on me. Looking at the Christmas tree reminded me of them when they were babies. I keep going back to babies and toddlers because I can navigate that. I understood that. Toddlers make huge messes too. They're more confined because they have you can put a gate and then baby-proof the room. That's why my brain for a while was like, I want to baby-proof, teenage-proof my house. But I actually did do that. I've had to lock some doors to teenage-proof my house. Put stuff behind it that I don't want her to get to, like my purse. But anyways, I digress. So when they were babies, I would talk to them for a multitude of reasons, but I would talk to them not expecting them to respond. They would baby talk maybe, but I wasn't expecting them to respond. I wasn't expecting them to pick up after themselves. You try to teach toddlers to pick up after themselves, but you still end up picking up after them anyway. So my revelation was, if I didn't expect them to respond to me then, what if I would take that expectation away now? I think taking away that expectation would hopefully prevent my inner child thing of being unheard. So then I can actually hear my daughter and respond better. And ultimately, that's what Dr. Becky is so passionately trying to teach or share, is the fact that trying to listen and respond to our children and reflect what we're looking for back. I think one of her examples had to do with promises or remembering things differently. That's another one my daughter threw at me yesterday. She's like, I had promised her to sleep over by her dad's house for 2 weeks if he got a dog. And instead of defending myself, saying, no, I didn't say that, instead of saying that a different response could have been, wow, that would be nice. Something like that. I hope that helped think of different ways to, I want to say, it's changing the story. I hope that helped change the story around not being heard. Give you different tools and ideas to help in your next parenting teenagers journey. I'll see you next time.